We dreamt of this moment so much. We all as a team also together dreamt it. This actually happened, that kind of feeling.
This is the proudest moment of my life. What I wanted to see, that star on the jersey, it's now come true. Nation, please support women's cricket to the hilt, like how you do to the men cricketers, and let women's cricket shine.
You often hear the phrase manifested. It's come out of books you read. Legends speak of this with the confidence that you cannot quite understand. But when you do, when you actually suspend your disbelief and just take that leap, miracles do happen. Well, that's not to say winning the World Cup here was a miracle for these women. They deserved it, like they did back in 2017. But it was miraculous to see it all come together nevertheless. They silenced everyone who trolled them, who told them they weren't meant for the big stage, who couldn't handle pressure, who thought the D.Y. Patil Stadium would do for a World Cup final. Tucked away on a highway, at a ground in the middle of two cities, these women made history. And the reason is because they manifested this. Each and every single one in that dressing room made this moment come alive for all of us who witnessed it from our homes, from the stadium, from different parts of the globe. This was a moment to remember, and we bore witness to it all. Of course, Harmanpreet, right after that World Cup triumph, exiting the stadium in rock star manner. That's exactly what we want to witness, and that's what we were held to when all these scenes of celebration erupted in that D.Y. Patil Stadium. In fact, right earlier this morning, that was Harmanpreet Kaur, and that message says it all from her, from a world champion, the captain of the Indian cricket team, to everyone else. Let me take you through how all of this happened. The manifestation of this moment took place one by one. We'll start with Harmanpreet Kaur, the captain, the one who tried her best ever, every single edition that she represented India for. Even scored a mammoth 171 in the 2017 World Cup edition and still ended up falling short. But that's the beauty of sport. It cannot be just one person pulling the weight of expectations, more so in a team sport like cricket. Just one knock or one magical spell just won't do. Harmanpreet's tactical change, for example, in the final last night, bringing on a young Shafali Verma to bowl, an act that would backfire 9 out of 10 times, did not last night. You could hear the commentator remarking how incredulous the moment was. A World Cup final at home in front of a packed house. The opposition beginning to find its rhythm with their captain Laura Woolward in control, and out comes not even a part-time bowler. And Shafali gets the breakthrough right after those words are heard. It's as if the Indian women out there were trying to prove every single person wrong. She sent two of the most experienced Proteus hands back, Suneli's and Marizan Cup. They were back in the hut. That's manifestation. Harmanpreet and Shafali envisioned the moment and executed it to perfection. You look at India's campaign this time, they did not play bad cricket in their losses. But they did falter at key moments right through their campaign, particularly in the group stages. Something that had recurred in the past for them too. Smriti Mandhana's duck or Deepti Sharma's no ball. These are moments that will haunt you. Like they did Jemima Rodriguez. The thought of having had to miss out on a World Cup entirely, the thought of not scoring the runs your team wants you to, these thoughts can tear down the very best. And that's when it's not your skill or your talent that comes to your rescue. It's just that mental strength to prove everyone wrong. Your mind telling you to stay in the moment and play it out on merit, your merit. That's what makes all the difference between what could have happened and what could have been and what actually did. We saw those reactions, and that's what gets me to the next cog in this winning campaign. The belief that supports anything to manifest. These last few days, a spirited Indian women's cricket team got all of you to believe and get behind the girls. That the month of November need not necessarily be one just of heartbreaks. That these women can rewrite a past so fractured and tormented, especially for them, into a golden moment for the sport itself. Inspirational stuff. All of you staying on till way past midnight to see the women celebrate the way they did and do the unthinkable is again proof of this. And if a 2011 had a 1983 to look up to surpass and eclipse, These women only had near misses to fall back on. The only thing they could pull strength from was their own hunger, the tears and anguish of their predecessors. So imagine how touching it was to see these young girls bringing in all the former cricketers who were present at the stadium in the various commentary boxes together. Mithali Raj, Jhulan Goswami, Reema Malhotra, Anjum Chopra all came in to celebrate with this bunch of women. That this trophy was as much theirs as it ever will be. They paved the way for this iconic chapter to unfold. That has clearly changed women's cricket now forever. Shafali Verma put it correctly. It was their struggles and their tears that really gave birth to this moment. The presence of legends like Sachin Tendulkar from the other side, VVS Lakshman, of their male counterpart Rohit Sharma as well. Their presence had to mean something here. That this was serious business and everyone believed in them. That the women were poised to do the impossible. That's what it told. An injured wheelchair-bound Pratika Raval who had to stop her journey in this World Cup, coming out to celebrate with her teammates. All of this was heartwarming and just pure gold. Women's cricket will never be the same. Indian cricket will never be the same because this moment has manifested a dream that every young girl will now have and won't be afraid to have, to replicate November 2 to 2025. And that's the power and the impact of this World Cup final. It has set the benchmark for a whole new generation to aspire to eclipse and overhaul.